there, happy Monday. Today is November 1st and I have been having such an exciting day because it has been going between sunny and beautiful and lots of flurries and big old snowflakes and super windy. I can see out the window, so I will probably be peeking this way a lot. The clouds are just moving so quickly, and right now is actually the sun is setting, so it's not particularly a sunny moment, but the sun is hitting the tops of the clouds and it's a little Swiss cheesy, so I'm seeing little spots of blue, and the tops of the clouds are illuminated with that really pretty golden color, and it's just so pretty to watch them, especially because all of the leaves out this window have pretty much fallen off of the trees. So it looks incredibly dramatic with the outline of these bare trees and evergreens. Plus, like I said, it is sporadically snowing. It is snowing while it's sunny. It is snowing while it's not sunny. It is going from nothing to huge downfalls. And I think it has been a very good sign of what's to come for snow. I have been watching the skies kind of like a hawk. I have been out the windows just watching where the snow is falling, how the wind is blowing, watching how the snow is falling straight down in this portion of the yard, how it is coming at a diagonal in this yard piece, and kind of just trying to watch where the wind is moving around, simple little things like that, because I'm very curious where our snow will be drifting, and we will be measuring snow in feet, not inches. So it's something that I just want to be aware of and on top of. We probably should put some salt down on our steps and on our little sidewalk because I don't want anyone to fall on ice, but it is supposed to warm up in a couple of days too. So this is just going to be passing, dusting, possibly 3 to 6 inches of snow over the next 24 hours, which is like beautiful and perfect. And then it's going to just melt away, so, which is great because then you start over with some fresh stuff. So I was just up. I peeked outside of the window and like I said, the sun's about to set, so the snow that just came down, that was probably one of our heavier applications of snow today, has stuck. So that's really exciting. That means whatever comes from on will probably be sticking to. So I'm interested to see what the morning is going to be holding for us. I'm going to go ahead and start showing you my works in progress. I feel like it's been an eternity since I have shown anything. First here I have my yarns. This is my first hank of Pink Moon on my plush sock. This is Pink Moon on Alpaca and Silk, and again plush sock. So I've almost run out of this one, and I have this one just ready to go in the background. I have been hand winding all of these because I don't have a Swift any longer. I need to get a Swift, and I keep putting off getting a Swift for some brilliant reason. But yeah, I've been handballing everything. This is my second ball of the Alpaca and Silk also. So that's why it's so big. So I have not folded down the neck yet of this, but I haven't decided if I'm going to. I may be leaving the neck because I may be leaving the bottom also rolled. I haven't decided. I know I commented before about how I haven't made all of the decisions for this yet, and that's something that I will decide on later. I am worked all the way through the sleeves, separated about 2.5, maybe 3 inches I'm actually quite close to the pea plume portion, the little tubey bit that's going to be coming up in the pattern of Augustine's number 1. But yeah, I probably will be separating this just to put it on some different needles so I can try this on before I move forward on this, because I want to make sure that it's hitting at the exact spot of my smallest part of my waist. So I want to make sure that I'm just getting that measurement correct. So I haven't been working on this until I do that. And for some reason, that's really hard. I don't know why. Just transferring stitches. Anyways, so because I haven't been working on that, I've been working on this. And this beauty right here is because of my crochet hook. This is the first time I used a wooden crochet hook. I've always used metal coated acrylic, anything but wood. I needed sandpaper. I do not love using this. I will probably switch back. I have to buy another needle basically because I just don't really like this. I sanded this way. I sanded this way. I sanded this way. There was a lot of splinters on this at first, and it was really like the texture, the feeling of it grabbing in my hand was awful. So I sanded the life out of this, and I still don't love it, but it is what it is. Like I said, I'll be buying a new one. I was able to add in a few rows, and I started to add in some of this minis from my Sisters of the Moon with the alpaca and silk in between. So these 3 here are minis from Sisters of the Moon. And I actually have all of the minis right here in this basket with my alpaca and silk. I have a few left here. These are the last 3. They need to be balled up still. And you can see these are the ones I added. They're a little bit smaller, but yeah, I have quite a lot in there. I will be using those a bit and then grabbing other minis to stick in leftovers and stuff like that. I haven't measured how wide this is. 2 people can comfortably sit under this. 3 also, because Logan loves to shove himself in between me and Jeffrey. But yeah, I'm really, really excited to be working on this. It is a relief to be able to work on these bigger patterns without being so hot. And I don't know how long ago I cast this on. 2 years ago, maybe. I'm not sure. I started it, and it just was so hot to work on in Florida, other than like 1 week out of the year. So this has been definitely a languishing whip from forever ago that I just dream about constantly, and I love and adore and have been wanting to work on. And it's like really, really nice to be able to work on the projects that I love to work on the most. Like, it's such a treat to be digging around in my works in progress. Like, I have tons of works in progress, and it's nice to look at the new patterns, and of course I'm casting on new things at the same time. But I just feel like I have so many things that I'm finding where I'm on the sleeves, or I have one sleeve left, or just some ribbing, and it's really, really, really hard to stay motivated when it is over 100 degrees outside for like 6 months out of the year, when you're working on wool, and especially like alpaca, those really like hairy, fluffy shedding yarns in particular. I find they don't wick as well as wool, and they just add to the mess in your hands. Like alpaca and yak, I believe, I had an incredibly hard time because it was so fine and it would just stick all over my hands and I would just be sweating in my hands to where I couldn't spin this fiber. It made it very hard to work with fibers, not just in knitting and crochet, but in spinning and just in general. And it's like going to be such a relief. Like my top right now, I didn't make this, but it has merino and alpaca in it. And that's like so nice and cuddly and warm. And I would have been able to wear this for one day out of the year. And like, I feel so nice and cuddly. Like I'm living my best, cuddliest hygge life. I don't know. I feel like a little kid. Every single time the flurries start, I'm at the window too. I'm like dragging them outside at nighttime to see the flurries falling. It's dreamy. I've missed winter, and growing up in New Jersey, we always had a very, very, very mild winter. If it snowed more than a foot, that was a big deal. And it was usually gone within a week or two. And like we didn't really have school canceled for snow that often. It would just be like delayed or something, but really very few snow days. Now I live somewhere where snow days don't exist because snow is life. And I'm excited because I always enjoyed winter, but I always wished it snowed more and it stayed. And living in Connecticut, it did this, but it wasn't quite well, the first or my last winter was in Connecticut, and we had about 90 inches in January. And that could be like every January here. So who knows? We'll see. It's very tentative, it's very up in the air. And I'm excited because the sky is so beautiful and blue right now. And I just know that there's going to be more little sprinkles of snow. And we have a street light across the street from us, directly like centered with our windows. So if we're on the couch, we can lean forward and look out the window and see if it's snowing or not very easily because of this street light. So it makes me very excited. I feel like a little kid. I really do. I'm really excited for Thanksgiving. I'm really, really excited for Christmas. It's hard. It's hard to put into words, but I feel like I've said it a million times too. It really was hard to feel like a holiday in Florida because it felt like Groundhog's Day in Florida, especially coming from the seasons. And now I'm getting what I had growing up, but like on steroids with the complete opposite weather, literally going from a tropical, living in like zone 9 to living in zone 4, very, very, very wintry, cold. Outside of my front window, I can actually see, it's called Mount Zion, and the Gogebic Community College, I believe, or Gogebic County College. I'm not sure exactly what it's called, but they are the only college in the nation that teaches maintenance for like ski slopes and mountains and things like that. They specialize in something very specific. So I have this big mountain that I can see out the front of my window there, and it's just like, I feel like I'm living inside of a snow globe basically right now, if I can put it like that. But I need to get back to work. need to start making dinner. I believe Jeffrey is making an apple pie. I linked him a recipe right before I started recording, and he was turning on the oven, and so he's making an apple, not an apple pie, an apple cake. I think I said apple pie. I'm not sure what we're doing for dinner. I am going to probably be working on this tonight. I just love working on this. I'm just tolerating this hook until I get to the store again and I can get a new one that is made of probably metal or acrylic. I don't know if I would do wood again for crochet. I don't know. I don't mind it for knitting. I don't love it for crochet, but I think I also have those needles that I have that are wooden. They're not as sharp. They're very, very blunt. I wouldn't use them for lace work. I wouldn't use them for, anything too complicated. I love them for color work and sweaters and things like that. And I think that's the difference, because they're not as sharp, they're not as grabby, they're not splintering and grabbing and pulling on the yarn like this is how the crochet hook is angled. Like I can it's that sensation that you can hear inside of your head. Like it's making noises in your head. I don't like it. No. So yeah, I need a new crochet hook for this ASAP, but I will just be tolerating this for the time being. Whatever, it's fine. I have lots to do for this week. Patreon yarn for October needs to get out the door, so that's going to be happening. Sailor Moon yarn. I have pre-orders to dye, and I would like to start cooking up my next holiday colorway, and I have a very specific idea simmering in the back of my head. I actually had this idea for a while now, and I'm not sure what's taking so long, but I think I'm going to be brave enough this week. I'm going for it. It is going to be amazing. I have a little tickle in the back of my throat. It's making me cough. So I'm trying to drink lots and lots of hot drinks. I'm going to go help with this cake because I know that I want to eat it. And I'll be seeing you tomorrow at the Dye Pots. Bye.